Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Zelda Ocarina of Time. This will be part 32. Last episode where I was just saying that we were going to do this, and in this episode we're doing this. Getting the key. Probably going to forget one. You stupid. So that's a really funky way to make a whirlpool. It's just like, it's that area, then it's that one, and that one, and then that one. And we'll see something else like that later. But we just missed him. I think this might be the one where you have to use the iron boots and then the hook shot. Could be wrong, though. I mean, we can use the hook shot, but I guess I don't remember that happening, where you just drop down if you use the hook shot. But then again, I guess it's more filled with water, so I kind of get why that happened now. So anyway, there's that one that we can do. And we can also get the one on the other side on the... At least I thought it was on the bottom. Yeah, I was saying that last time, but I checked all the bottom areas and it wasn't... because I think this is the... Well, maybe it isn't. Oh, yeah, that's right. So this is... Wait, is this the one? Because you wouldn't go up for the other one. Oh, okay. Oh, so this is the one where we have to bomb, where we have to use the shoes. And it figures that they would put the enemies in this one, so you either have to take your time to fight them or put the boots back on when you get to the end of the hallway. Because that's not gonna let us up, I don't think. Oh. I could be wrong, though. Then again, the water's at its maximum height, so that wasn't an issue. So is this one over here the one where it won't let us up? Well, let me be better about that. The one where you need the long shot to get across the room that has the spikes. I think that might be this one. Okay, there aren't any enemies here, so this isn't the one. And I'm thinking now that one's on the second floor, but I don't remember how that could be. Seems like I always remember it being on the first floor. Yeah, this is the room we came from earlier. Probably should have been paying more attention. Okay, so... This isn't the Ruto room. The Ruto room has the torches on the front of it. I think that's the one we went down earlier. At least we had the compass. There's the Ruto room, but we know it isn't that one. I don't think we went into the one that had the sand pile right next to it. Okay, so this is it. Well, that's annoying. That never would have happened in the past. I mean, unless, of course, it's just the result of the recording it, rather than just playing it and being able to completely concentrate on it. I think this is the room where you need another key to go through it, so... I guess Link did not get hurt by those spikes even though he was walking on them. I was expecting him to either completely go over it or to get hurt like that. But I wasn't expecting him to land on them and then not get hurt. So anyway, I think we need to get that room in there. The one with the... Oh, the entrance is at the top, not the bottom. So that's how I was messing that up. So I should have remembered that, but whatever. So we had about 5 gigabytes of space left. Oh, now it's 4.8. So, I guess there's no real need to worry about running out at the moment. What the... Oh, I see. This is where you hook onto. Okay, so how do you lower the level again? Oh, that's right. It's the Ruto room. Man, I'm being an idiot. So I think that's the one behind us. Here it is. Yep, there it is. It's interesting how Link gets a lot of extra space when he rolls underwater with the iron boots. Like, what's going on with that? Is it like the water's keeping him afloat so he gets more ground? Or some kind of water mechanic? Because I feel like it almost makes sense, but I don't think it does, technically. So I guess we raise the water level one more time, then do the arrow room. Then go back down into that other room. And then I think we'll get the key. And then I think we should be able to fight the boss. And I think we should be able to do all that in the same episode. I think. I think you can technically do this without raising the water level, but I don't see any reason why we should. I think we're gonna fall if we do it from this angle. I was still gonna try, but that was weird. Doesn't the staff, or doesn't the tune saying that you can play the song normally appear there? Did I just do it in a way that was too quick? Oh, wait a second. Okay, so the arena room is in here. I thought that seemed suspicious, like I was remembering something incorrectly, and I certainly was. Good angle of all the chains in the hook shot there. So what I was calling the arena room is actually at the bottom of those spikes. So I was just being a complete dummy. Oh, I guess that works better. Now we're on the second floor, I believe, which means we can go over here and do this. And do that. And go here and push this. There are a lot of rooms down there once we finally get the key to progress in there, so I don't know. If we do finish it in one episode, it'll be kind of a longer episode, I think. Oh. Now let's see what Madame Ruby sees. That's the entrance. That's dead spiders. That's the Other room. That's the boss room. Oh yeah, it's on the first floor that we go. And it's the one at the sand hill. Or it's really more of a sink, which is this one. So, at least we don't need to look around anymore. At least we figured it out. We wasted a bunch of time, but at least we wasted time figuring out which room this was, even though I should have just had it memorized. But, again, I don't play this game like every other week like I used to. That's an area where you can really take advantage of the fact that you know exactly how the water is going to treat you. I don't know if I normally arrow these guys, but I'm going to now. Oh, there's several more. Maybe there aren't so many rooms. Yeah, I normally hookshot them. Oh, bother. Of course, you should start with this one, and then do the other one, so that you can get back to this one and not have to wait for this explosion. So you can start pushing this here. Well, I guess you can also start pulling it, but I think pushing it is faster. Because if you pull it, then you have to go back around and then push it. Yeah, okay, so you definitely want to push it. Oh, right. Right. There's the negative zone. Whatever you'd call that. There's some more. So we're just pushing and pushing and pushing. And there's the wall. There's the door. I guess it's this one because that one has the hook shot. And they wouldn't give you that to the new area. They'd give you that as an easy way to get to the old area. Where's the compass? Deedle. I'm pretty sure it's guaranteed that the spiders will make it so that you can't pass, but it could be wrong. I guess that's only when you, try to go more straight rather than over to the right like I did. I wonder how long it takes to get actually good at commentating without having to pause so much. Maybe it's either just a skill you have or you don't. Well, we're past you, so we don't need to kill you. It would just waste our time. You're not worth my time. I guess the boss key is in here? No, yep, here it is. Wasn't sure if there was like another room to go through, but there obviously wouldn't be any more locked doors, even if there was another room. There's no way there could be more keys than what we just got, so I'd say this dungeon went worse in some ways than I expected, but it certainly went better than expected. There aren't as many steps to remember. Well, there aren't as many keys. I mean, I guess as long as you have in mind that you have keys to get, it's not so bad. like if you're keeping track of how many keys you're gonna need, because then it's easy to remember. Well, if I need another key, that must mean there is another room to have a key, and then you remember what that room is. And I guess mentioning all of it at the beginning of the dungeon definitely made things easier, because I remember I had a name for each room. I had a name for like what I called the arena room and the Ruto room, which is also kind of like the introductory room, because that's where everything begins when you go through the dungeon. You know, that's how you start the first change in water levels. And of course, it's where you first meet Princess Ruto. So that's why you call it the Ruto room. And there's the arrow room, you know, where you need the arrow to get into. So having a name for it made it easier to remember that it existed and that you needed it, I guess. It's something like that. Something like that. Alright, now we're going to get it perfectly. I still did. That was good, but that wasn't quite what I was expecting. Normally he... Or maybe I just didn't wait. No, that got to the top before I even was able to attack the spider. So normally he gets to the hole and he jumps down into it, and then I hit him on the way down, which looks really cool and kind of scary. But I guess it just didn't work out that time. It feels so good to finally have a full hook shot. I think we're full on fairies. We're full on life, for that matter. So we don't really need these. We don't need them at all. This is the easy boss compared to... compared to the mid-boss, which was Dark Link. That isn't normal water. I guess we have plenty of time after all. There weren't as many rooms. Like, I was remembering the room with those water creatures where you, with the bombs, and where you move that block around, and I was thinking, oh, there's more rooms than I thought. But that was actually the only room that was unaccounted for until I remembered it. Well, now. I think that's too close. Well, let's get out of there. This could be more ideal. Oh, that doesn't do any good, it seems. Oh, I could have got him when he was on the surface. Now, why am I only hitting him and not jump slashing him? Oh, this is a much better angle. What? Okay, I'll wait for him to get back there. Once again, a very difficult fight. Not that one. Is it this one? Not that one. That's the ticket. Not that one. That's the ticket. I suppose I'll just go ahead and do it. Alright, now we gotta quickly go and do this. There's just something so loreful about this. I don't even know, it's just like... I don't know. Water feels like soothe them anyway. It's just so interesting in its own way. But anyway, I was just thinking about something. I guess, obviously, the lake was affected in some way by that curse. So, like, it's not just the, you know, the Ruto... Not the Ruto Village, Zelda 2. It's not just the, Zora domain that was affected. I mean, obviously it was this whole lake as a whole. And maybe that's just because Zora's domain was frozen over. And then when it melted, it filled into here again. But on the other hand, Zora's domain is still frozen, so that also doesn't quite make sense. But at the very least, we can say the lake was otherwise affected, which means it makes sense that this area would be affected. But even if it shouldn't necessarily be frozen, at least you can say they are connected in some way, even if the frozen aspect of this of that area right down there being frozen, even if that doesn't make sense. I was just thinking about that as that cutscene played. With Sheik telling us about the water rising again. So anyway, that about covers it. So in the next episode, I guess we'll go back to Kakariko and start that cutscene up. So, see you guys then.